Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I'm going to be talking about how Keyforge is a better game than Magic the Gathering, specifically because of how it prevents a number of distinct cheating types that Magic the Gathering allows. Now, Keyforge is preventing it through design, and Magic the Gathering is allowing it through design. Okay. All right, so basically, it is my opinion that Keyforge is clearly a better game than Magic the Gathering, and it makes sense. And that makes sense because it leverages technology to create play types that were not even possible even 5 years ago. And in addition to that, this was a sniper job. Keyforge was created as a better game than Magic the Gathering because the person who created it is Richard Garfield, the person who created Magic the Gathering. There's nobody on the planet who's more ready and capable to make a better game than the one they designed than Richard Garfield. Like he came to kill what he created. Like Keyforge is truly an incredible game, and it really is. It's important. It's historically important in gaming. I actually even think that Keyforge could be historically important in retail products. Like it could be that big. I think it is that big. All right. I think a ton of people are going to be looking at Keyforge going forward, not just game designers. All right. But specifically, Keyforge is a better game than Magic the Gathering because it prevents a number of cheating tactics that Magic the Gathering allows. All right. So allows by its design, allows to occur. Right. There are gaps within the design of Magic the Gathering that allow this cheating to occur. All right. So let's go forward. All right. So here's the types. So I'm going to give you the types. Right. So before we go any further, I want to just call out all of the cheating tactics that I'm going to. So you can cheat in any card game with a number of cheating tactics, right? So today, I am not talking about cheating tactics that can be used in any card game, right? I'm talking about cheating tactics that exist within Magic the Gathering because of its specific game design, right? That Keyforge is now carefully preventing through its design, right? So all the cheating tactics I'm talking about today are specific to Magic the Gathering, do not exist within Keyforge, and are not simply cheating that can be done in any card game, right? And if you're ever interested in the amount of the ways that cheating can be done in any card game, specifically so that you can make sure this doesn't happen to you, there's a long list of YouTube videos that'll give you that information, okay? It's out there. All right, so let's move forward. All right, so here is the types of cheating that Magic the Gathering allows by its design and Keyforge prevents by its design. All right, so I'm going to set myself up some dominoes here, and I'm going to knock them down. So, Prens, Prolties, in-ads, on-fly, and win-repeat. All right, I'm just setting myself a little bit of a mnemonic there. Thanks for your patience. All right, so here it goes. Prens. All right, pre-release cheating in Magic the Gathering. By the way, every single one of these cheating tactics I've encountered. I've seen them in tournaments I've been at, in organized play I've been at. Either they happened to me or they happened to somebody at a tournament I was at who, like, I had traveled there with them, or just somebody I knew from other tournaments who was at that tournament. All right, so let's knock them out. All right. So Prens. This happens a lot. This happens. It's hard to say exactly how much it happens. It's very frustrating. I've absolutely seen it. So Prens is pre-release friends. You get to your pre-release, right? And this can happen on the midnight pre-release, which makes it even more frustrating, right? So you get to your pre-release tournament. Everybody sits down. Everybody busts out. You get your constructed sealed cards. Everybody sits down. Everybody busts out their cards. And then people who came with 3 friends, they all shuffle 2, 3, 7 cards to each other that are going to perfectly match in their pre-release, pre-constructed decks. This is completely illegal according to the rules of Magic the Gathering. You're not allowed to do this in pre-release tournaments. You can't take 3 commons and give them to your buddy because they need more white knights in their deck, or they need more red goblins in their deck, right? It's just not allowed. but it happens, right? In Keyforge, this can't happen because you don't have deck modification, right? All right, Prolties, all right? Prolties are pre-release multis, all right? Pre-release multis is a type of cheating that happens. What happens is, this is the guy, this is the cheater who has no friends, or the cheater who has no friends. She goes to a tournament, right? And what she does is she goes to the midnight tournament, then she goes to the 6 p.m. tournament on Saturday, and she goes to the Sunday tournament on noon on Sunday. And so when she plays the midnight pre-release on Friday night, or on Saturday morning actually, what she's doing is she's playing with the cards that she got, right? But when she plays with the cards, when she plays in the pre-release tournament at 6 p.m. on Saturday, she uses multis. She takes cards that she got in the pre-release on Saturday at midnight and puts them into her new deck. And then on Sunday, she's got rares, commons, and uncommons from the cards she got on the midnight Saturday tournament and the Saturday 6 p.m. So that's pre-release multi. It comes from deck modification. It's a type of cheating that can happen in Magic the Gathering that absolutely cannot happen in Keyforge, because Keyforge's design prevents it, and because Keyforge is a better game than Magic the Gathering. All right, so here's the next one, in-ads, okay? So now we're off of the pre-release, and this is just Friday Night Magic play. By the way, Friday Night Magic play is a very interesting type of play. A lot of people go, oh, it's just for fun, it doesn't matter. Well, that's wrong, right? One, it's organized play, right? And two, you can earn points. You are earning points in Friday Night Magic that can affect the Grand Prix, the actual national tournament, right? So Friday Night Magic matters. Some people think it doesn't. It does, right? That drives me crazy when I hear people, oh, it's just a fun format. No, when you go and you play your buddy and you sit down and at your FLGS and you're playing whatever decks you made, and no one in the world is aware of that game but you and your friend, that's for fun. When you're playing at Friday Night Magic, that game is tracked and it goes into an international database, right? Like it's not just for fun, it's organized play, right? It's for points, right? All right, so Friday Night Magic matters, and so here's some cheating that is done in Friday Night Magic. Inadvertent cheating, right? I did this myself. I inadvertently cheated. I'm going to tell you how. All right, so we go from Dominaria to Guilds of Ravnica. It might have been another set in between there, but we go from one set to another, right? And it's Thursday night, and I go and I play pretty much every Friday night with my son. We play Friday Night Magic. My son is in junior high. And I say to my son, hey, I didn't get a chance to look at my deck from last week. Listen, I need you to bust out my deck tomorrow, pull out everything that's illegal, that's now illegal because the set's rotated, and make sure I don't have any non-standard cards in there. Make sure my deck is standard. And I tell him, you don't worry about performance. I just need my deck to be standard. I need it to be legal tomorrow, right? Because we're gonna play 5 rounds. You're gonna tune your deck to make it perform perfectly. My deck is just gonna be legal. I'm gonna be there seeing what the new cards are like, seeing what the new flow of new standard is, blah, blah, blah. My son does the job. He takes out all the standard cards and all the non-standard cards, he replaces them with standard cards, and he actually tuned my deck for performance. He sat down and gave me the best possible deck. It was a great deck, except, game 2, he missed a card, right? So now my opponent goes, oh, hey, you got a card in there from the last set, right? And he was right. I had one card that my son had missed from the last set, right? Now my deck is non-standard, illegal, and I am cheating, right? And, it was embarrassing for me. It was frustrating for the store because I buy a crap ton of product at their store, and they did not like some scrub player accusing me of cheating, right? Embarrassing me in front of me and all my friends, right? It was, it was bad, right? It was a bad situation, right? Now, it's 100% on me. It's my fault. I'm responsible for that deck. It wasn't my son's fault. It wasn't my opponent's fault, right? But it was a bad situation all around. It was, you know, it was non-shiny for everybody involved, right? Except for the player who was really enjoying, like, taking the game win. And that's what happened. They gave the game win to him. I had to replace it with a basic land, and I was ready to continue to play, right? But I was inadvertently cheating. I had fully intended to make my deck legal, but, you know, time and a million other reasons, I was cheating. So that's inadvertent cheating, and it can and does happen, right? So that, again, that is, and now there is a possibility of this happening in Keyforge, right? Because you could mix in one card from another deck or something like that. But here's the issue. The structure of Magic Gathering actually makes it highly probable that this is going to happen to people at certain points because there's so much deck modification. Whereas Keyforge's design actually actively protects players from having this problem and from experiencing this specific type of cheating, right? So that's a distinct thing, all right? So that's inadvertent cheating, all right? On the fly cheating, this happens at Friday Night Magic as well. People come in, they play round one, and they see that everybody, because of the new set, is running artifacts. Now, between round one of Friday Night Magic and round two of Friday Night Magic, they actually go in to their collection and they add cards that are like disenchants that will kill artifacts, right? And the game perfectly allows this to happen. Magic Gathering, like, literally very much protects these cheaters because between rounds you're supposed to be modifying your deck just from the subtle shift of taking your sideboard out and putting it back in, taking cards from your deck that were sideboarded and put it back in, right? So if you're fiddling with your deck between rounds, you have every reason to do that because you could be switching out sideboard cards, right? So on the fly, cheating happens as well. Completely does not exist within Keyforge, right? The last one is very, very different, okay? And this is also a type of cheating that only I am recognizing now, okay? I'm the only person on the planet that is going to tell you about this type of cheating, right? Many other people will not acknowledge this type of cheating. All right, here it is. Win, repeat, right? In Magic Gathering, you can spend yourself, you know, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, get yourself an amazing standard or modern deck, and then go win 25 tournaments in a row. You can win a tournament in Seattle. You can win a tournament in New York. You can win a tournament in Paris. You can win a standard, you know, let's say it's modern. You can win a modern tournament in, in Michigan. You can win a modern tournament in Florida, right? Okay, so you have all these different places, and you've built this amazing deck. Win, 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 right? Now, how's that cheating? Here's how, right? Keyforge is here now. We now know that chains exist. And chains is saying, at the industry level, if you have a game where you just buy a deck and you just put win on repeat because nobody's been able to, you know, can afford to travel and do all the kind of, let's keep travel out of it. Let's just say you win 25 in one state, right? And you just win, 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 repeat, right? And the reason why you're winning is nobody else is able to scramble up, or there aren't enough players who can scramble up the same deck, and let's say they don't even have the same level of expertise playing that deck as you, right? In Magic, once you have a deck locked in and you can run that thing like crazy and you can run it perfectly, you're pretty unstoppable. You know, there's a slight possibility that you could be stopped, but it's low, right? Whereas Keyforge just said, no, we're fixing this at the industry level. We have shown chains to every game. And so if you have a game where somebody just wins, and there's nothing to stop that win repeat forever, right? Then your game is broke. Like, right? And I feel really bad for Magic the Gathering, but in some ways, I think once you've seen chains, you're going to look sideways at any game that doesn't have Chains. Chains is absolutely brilliant. Chains really changes the game. It's saying, hey, have fun, crush 10 opponents, but you're not going to crush the 11th. And the reason why is once you crush your 11th, we're going to chain you, right? And we're going to say, okay, you've shown your dominance, you got your Lion's Roar out there, but now you're done. Can you do it when when we've leveled the playing field a little bit? And so Chains is really, so basically, because Chains is now known to the entire industry, it seems to me that any game where you could just go buy your deck and buy the win, there's a special term for that, pay to win, right? Like, and it's saying that any pay to win game is really broken and you're kind of cheating. You're cheating, right? And I'm saying that, right? I'm saying that now we've seen Chains. Chains needs to go into everything that has tournament level play, in my opinion. Every game across the board, right? Because it levels the playing field and it keeps the community happy and it keeps the gameplay balanced, right? And Chains is incredible. I think Chains is one of the, I think Chains is one of the biggest thing that came out of Keyforge, but Keyforge is so brilliant, it's hard to even tell what the most brilliant part of the game is. Keyforge is an incredibly historically important game, without a doubt. Like, I don't think there's going to be a game that's going to be designed, certainly not a card game that's going to be designed for the next 20 years. That isn't going to be, that is not going to be, the designer is not going to be fully aware of what occurred in Keyforge, or that people will look at it and go, this is ignorant trash. What were you doing even, building this? You need to look at the basic, you need to look at the geniuses who are doing this before you build a card game, right? Richard Garfield is playing at a different level. Like he truly is the Michael Jordan of card design, of game design, of card game design. It's incredible. It's incredible. So in my opinion, Keyforge is a better game than Magic, specifically because for one reason, and there are many reasons why Keyforge is a better game than Magic Gathering. One of the reasons why Keyforge is a better game than Magic Gathering is cheating, and all the cheating that it stops, which are friendlies, prolties, in-ads, on the fly, and win repeat. That's my thought. Let me know what you think in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Thank you very much for listening and watching. And please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful day.